LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Boxing and MMA Show live. Okay, folks. Germaine De Randamie just saw a very interesting interview with Germaine, and basically she said, look, a lot of people they're criticizing her because they don't think that she deserves this fight against Holly Holm, and a lot of people they're being very harsh on this woman. Okay, and Germaine pretty much, in my own words, she said, listen. I done been in, I done been in Muay Thai fights. I've been a champion in Muay Thai, kickboxing. I've done a lot of different things in combat sports, is what she was saying. And she said that, I even knocked out a guy who had 40 pounds on me. And, 40 pounds in a fight, I don't care if you guys think the guy was not an experienced fighter. That's fine. But if somebody got 40 pounds on you, and you're going into a fight with them, that's huge. Okay, that's a huge differential. And she said she knocked him out. Basically, what Germaine said is, look, y'all need to have some respect. Y'all better put some respect on my name. That's what she said. You guys better put some respect on my name. Okay? That's just how that is. That's just the way that is. Okay? So what Germaine, she kind of came out and she said, look, Holly's a good champion, but she said, I've done a lot as well, And I agree with Germaine. And I like how the approach that Germaine is taking to this fight. I agree. Germaine is not taking Holly lightly. She's not doing it. And I think she's good to not come in overconfident but confident. Okay? Because if you come in sometimes overconfident, you might start getting arrogant and do some dumb stuff and get yourself knocked out. Let's not get it twisted. Holly Holm might be 0-2, but Holly's a dangerous opponent. Because people have been saying Germaine is dangerous for Holly. Holly is a dangerous opponent for anybody because the girl can deliver those head kicks out of anywhere. And I think, people need to be aware. Yeah, people might say Holly's very one-dimensional, but you let her catch you with a head kick. You let her catch you with a head kick, I guarantee you're going to sleep, okay? You're going to sleep. It ain't no coming back. Your legs going to stiffen up, and you going out. It's night-night for you, okay? Folks, that's just the way that is. That's just the way that is, okay? And so people talk about her loss to Amanda Nunes. And let me go ahead and clarify because, see, a lot of people don't know nothing about fighting, okay? If you watch that fight against Amanda Nunes, okay, Amanda Nunes, Germaine was not allowed to recover because she wasn't out. She was in no danger of being put out. But the referee, Herb Dean, he stepped in and he quickly stopped this fight, which, I'm kind of like, man, let the girl have an opportunity, man. Let the girl have an opportunity to work her way back into the fight because a lot of those punches she was avoiding. And you know what? I'm going to do a video. I am going to do that video. I am. And it may be on Germaine or Valentina because they're good from the ground. They know how to avoid strikes from the ground. Because you look at their faces at most of their fights, their faces are almost unblemished. They know how to avoid punishment. And this thing that people say with Germaine De Randamie just stands in front of people and this and that. Germaine know how to avoid strikes, okay? She's very defensive. And I'm going to even show y'all some stats, which it was startling because I've been arguing this point for a long time that Germaine De Randamie know how to evade punches. But people come at me, Germaine, she just stand there and take punches and trade. That's not what she does, okay? See, a lot of you got to start breaking down these fights, and you got to look at the fight. Don't just look at, a stat. Don't look at a bunch of numbers and say, oh, this is what they do. No. Go watch the fight. Like, some of y'all, get off y'all butt. Go watch a fight. I watch about 3 to 4 fights a day, and I break them down. Even when, I'm on my break, I'm looking at fights, breaking down fights, analyzing them, trying to understand why these fighters do what they do. Okay, Germaine De Randamie has a lot. She's very defensive. And I laugh at people that say this girl ain't defensive. She just going to, put her chin out there to get hit. If you think the best Muay Thai, a 46-year-old Muay Thai person is going to get caught with an average head kick, you're wrong. It's not going to happen like that, okay? But Germaine is taking a good approach to this. Look, I'm not going to underestimate Holly Holm, and she shouldn't. Because if Holly delivers her signature head kick, I'm sorry. I think that'll knock anybody out. It's a wrap, okay? That's how it is. But this is not a keys to victory. I'm going to show y'all something that was startling to me, okay? And this was very startling. Okay, so I saw this, and I got this off the UFC website, and I also looked around at, what's that, Awakening Fighters. They got a lot of stats. But I looked around, but this was very telling, okay? So, listen, the two people, okay, they land strikes, okay? Germaine De Randamie has a 49% accuracy. No matter what she throws at you, she's going to hit you with it 49% of the time. Now, this was telling to me Holly Holm only lands 33% of her strikes. Now, with that being said, let's talk about opponents, okay? If Holly Holm is throwing a bunch of strikes at Valentina Shevchenko, that's going to make that number go down very significantly. Valentina's hard to hit, like cleanly. She's very hard to hit cleanly. I'm not saying Valentina can't be hit, but she's very hard to hit cleanly. So, you know, if you put Germaine De Randamie in there with Valentina Shevchenko, her strikes landed, they're going to go down as well, okay? And if you're fighting against an Amanda Nunes, okay, your strikes landed, which Germaine fought against Amanda. And let me tell you, she didn't land a lot of strikes against Amanda Nunes. Amanda didn't give her the opportunity, okay? So Germaine took some strikes, and she missed the majority, and then Amanda took her down wisely. So, you know, we got to look at that relatively. But, yeah, Holly Holm went 5 rounds with Valentina Shevchenko. So you go 5 rounds, and you're missing a lot of strikes. And Holly threw a lot of strikes at Valentina because, you know, she was down on points. Valentina outpointed her. So that's why this number actually is at 33%. Holly was actually right around the 45% range, but after she fought Valentina, that number went down, man. It went way down. And then it went down, too, when she fought Miesha Tate because when Miesha Tate, you know, took her down, Holly went into survival mode, and she started throwing like a lot of rangefinders to try to keep Miesha Tate off balance, to keep Miesha from coming in. She was throwing a jab, but the jabs weren't connecting. So her 2 losses took her strike landed percentage down. Your opponent does matter, okay? Takedown defense. Both of these 2 ladies are almost even, okay? They're very even, and with that being said, we know that this fight probably more than likely will be a complete stand-up fight, okay? But this is something that I found very telling, okay? Holly Holm has tried 2 takedowns in the UFC in her MMA career. She's tried 2, period, in her whole career, sorry. She's 100% accurate when she takes somebody down. I find that eye-popping because if Holly Holm were to take people down and literally take them down, that means she's going to get them to the ground and have an advantage. And I start thinking, why won't they do this? Why won't Holly Holm put this into her game plan? Because you know if she took Germaine down, it'll completely throw Germaine De Randamie off. Like, wait a minute, I wasn't expecting this. I didn't expect Holly Holm to do this. Like, it'll catch you off guard because I'm telling you now, they're not going to expect Holly Holm to take her down. They ain't going to expect that. Most of us are not going to expect that. I'm serious. We not. We not. And you know, if Holly made an attempt to take her down, she would probably be successful according to this. Now, I look for data on Germaine's takedowns, you know, accuracy, and she don't have any data, but, you know, she had some takedowns in some fights that I recorded. So I say that Germaine De Randamie, just me doing my counts and looking at fights, she's got a takedown accuracy of about 70%, okay? And I give or take of about 70%, and I'm going to add that in there because I've actually seen her get takedowns. But that still don't compare to what Holly Holm can do. So Holly Holm got the skill set in her to take people down. She just don't want to do it. Okay, standing strikes. Now, 53% of the time, that's not an accuracy. 53% of the time, Germaine De Randamie is going to hit you from a stand position. 47% of the time, she's going to hit you in the clinch, okay? Holly Holm is going to stand with you 88% of the time in a clinch or on the ground. Clinch or ground, sorry. She's going to hit you 12% of the time. Guys, this is telling you that Holly Holm is going to stand in this fight, okay? She's probably more than likely going to stand. She's not going to take down Germaine. And this is also telling me, when I circle this, and I'm going to show y'all this, okay? I honestly think that Germaine, even though this says that, hey, we may have a stand-up battle, looking at this data, Germaine may even try to mix this thing up a little bit. Like, she might try to kind of think, oh, well, Holly, you know, she may try to. And I think the first 2 to 3 rounds may be purely stand-up. They both seeing who got the better hands. And then I think after round 3, I think Germaine going to try to mix it up and take her to the ground. That's what I think, okay? Now, this is going to debunk the notion that Germaine De Randamie just stands there in front of people. Okay, this debunks that notion. Germaine De Randamie is good defensively. She know how to avoid strikes. You don't think somebody going 46-0 in Muay Thai and also who can kickbox, you don't think that they know how to avoid strikes and see them coming? Uh, the patented Holly Holm head kick, that's going to be very difficult to land on Germaine De Randamie. It's going to be very difficult. Holly is going to have to set that kick up, man. She's going to have to wear Germaine down. I mean, literally wear Germaine down to where Germaine has no more energy, no more, she like hitting Germaine to that body to wear her down, to where then Holly Holm can effectively land that head kick. Because if Holly do that crap in the beginning stages of the fight, try to hit her with a head kick, I can tell you now she going to get caught, or Germaine going to catch that foot. She going to block it. She going to leg sweep her, take her to the ground. That's what's going to happen. Holly Holm need to avoid the leg kick at all possible. I'm just saying. I better not start into my keys of victory just right now. But this is telling to me. This is very telling. And I think that this fight is very evenly matched, okay? Despite what everybody say, I think this fight is evenly matched. I favor Germaine De Randamie on the later end of it. It's very little, though. I favor Germaine probably like a 55-45. Guys, tell me what you think about this and these numbers. I'm Shelton Harrison. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done. What are you waiting on? Subscribe.